Okay, June 23rd, 2026. Looking at the NASDAQ futures here. And we are working this 15-minute fair value gap right here. Now, you've hit this bearish order block from the London session. Also coincides with the 5-minute. That should be a different color. Inverse BISI here. Price went up for the first hour of trading. Now it's coming down. It's working this fair value gap here on the 15-minute. Now the range of that first hour of trading is from this high to that low. And we're just about to hit the halfway point there. I am not certain as to where we want to go. If I was bearish, I would like to see this first presented fair value gap here just get violated. But we'll see what happens. It's about 1047. 1050 macro is about to work in. So the NASDAQ has worked about a quarter of a way into the opening range gap, right? So here's the open of the day, the close of yesterday, this open range gap. Yeah, about a quarter of a way through it. Looks heavy. Take a look at S&P right quick. So S&P, it hits consequential encroachment of its opening range gap, and now it's working its own 15-minute fair value gap here. And S&P seems like it's respecting it. Okay. Take this off for now. So I'm going to keep my eye out on ES. Help me navigate where this market wants to go. While watching the NASDAQ here. So NASDAQ, it's trading, let's see here. It's trading in the bottom half of that fair value gap on that 15-minute chart. So waiting game from here. Okay, this is 1050 now. We're in a 1050 macro. Now, what would make me bullish if we closed above this? That's what would make me bullish. I would aim for a consequential encroachment of the opening range gap. We have Thursday's new day opening gap that we never traded into on regular hours. Okay, we've got your midnight, the midnight range. And Tuesday's new day opening gap wasn't a whole lot, but it's right there. It's at the top there, right above the new week opening gap of June 21st. This week's new week opening gap. So also note that we had a pretty big range overnight from Asian session all the way through the London session, and since then it's sort of like been in this little range here. $10.52. Nothing scheduled on today's economic calendar. We pretty much went through all that news. Nothing crazy, but on Thursday we have core PCE coming through. So okay, so price just tapped this sell side liquidity level, and it rejected it pretty heavy here. Take a look at ES. It's still finding support on that 15-minute fair value gap. The 15-minute fair value gap right here. Still supporting price. So that kind of divergent is something I don't really like seeing. Going back to NASDAQ here. How about I just I'll leave that on. Okay, so now we've got the NASDAQ here bumping into that first presentation fair value gap. 1056. ES is still seeing support on that fair value gap. First 5-minute candle to close below consequential encroachment of that fair value gap. Take a look at this hourly chart here. So on the hourly chart on NQ, we're working this hourly down close candle. Bullish order block. Let's see how willingly this thing is to trade below here. This might be a target. Consequential encroachment on this hourly wick here. But I am not convinced yet. S&P staying in the top half of that fair value gap. NASDAQ just working the whole portion of that fair value gap. Something I don't want to see if we're bullish. And we're out here waiting. We're just waiting here. 10:59. Might not have any trades today. I mean, this long range overnight, it does give me some pause. You know, after long ranges, price tends to just consolidate in a range. Okay, so we have an hourly candle close. Where does it want to go from here? It's 11 o'clock. Yes, is still trading in the top half of that fair value gap. Oh, it might give up. Might just give it up right here. Let's see what happens. I'd be reluctant to take a short on NQ if ES is still in the top half of that fair value gap. Because I've been seeing that for like the past couple of weeks now, where you'll see retracements deeper on the NASDAQ or on the ES, and the counter market won't have as deep of a retracement. Look at the structure here. Every up close move has been respecting the previous up close move, right? So you have this high, this candle respects that, goes lower. These up close candles respects that, goes lower. This candle, these candles respects this, goes lower. Order flow looks bearish. Okay, so now NASDAQ, working that first presentation here. S&P finally getting into the bottom portion of that. It's a slow grind going down here. This 5 minute has a fair value gap too. Let's see where that wants to close. Notice how this fair value gap here displaces that swing high. This 5 minute might close above. So that first hour on ES, price taps equilibrium of the trading range of the first hour, right? Now does it want to break through it? So if we take a look at what's, we actually tapped into that first presentation here at 949. Goes up, hits a bearish order block, inverse fair value gap, comes down, works its way through that 15-minute fair value gap, right? Now we're back into this first presentation, and it looks weak. It looks weak. Let's see, it's 11:12. So from 10:50, which is right about here, to 11:10, we've traded down into first presentation. That whole macro was delivering to first presentation. And look at where ES is still at that top half here. Still trading around the top half of that 15-minute fair value gap here. See, this 15-minute candle here hasn't closed yet, right? This 5-minute candles so far respecting, consequential encroachment of that fair value gap, and we are still, price is still closed above the of equilibrium of the first hour of trading. So believe it or not, I am not bearish yet. I am not bearish yet. I find this interesting here. See that SIBI? Price has been respecting that SIBI here. I'm gonna take this off for now. Let's see if we close a, let's see if we can get a body on ES to close below that. Okay, closes below it. I want price from here on out to reject this area of consolidation here. Okay, so I'm watching ES, right? I'm watching ES right here. Yeah, I wanted to just disrespect this fair value gap now. Watching NASDAQ here. Is it gonna start slipping or what? So that's consequential encroachment of that hourly wick that we saw earlier. Watch out for that little guy there. This is technically first presentation, but I found this fair value gap to be more prominent. Back to measuring this dealing range here. $11.20, so it's about 10 minutes away from London closing. See if it wants to tap into that hourly consequential encroachment. For ES, I'm watching it to trade into its first presentation here. I don't usually use this, but I'm just going to check out what's OTE. Yeah, it's about the level of a retracement for an optimal trade entry here. Makes me a little nervous. $11.24. Yeah, I don't want to trade two contracts today. So it's entering. If I use a quad on that hourly wick, we're just at that point, the first quadrant there. ES looks like it's dumping. And honestly, I think I just want to take I want to push this to 100. I'm done. I don't like where this is. I don't feel comfortable where this is going to hit this. So 50 handle day, I'll take it. And I feel good about it. All right, see ya.